Okay, good morning YouTubers. It is 11:15 in the morning. It's Monday morning and we're in Dublin in Southern Ireland and we're going to North Wales. We're going to Valley in North Wales. Okay, so brakes off, all cleared above and behind, clear to lift, back away from the buildings, turn on to 100, which is over that way, isn't it? There we go. Everything looking good. Fuel is sufficient. Everything's in the green. It's about a 30-minute flight over the water, long boring into Valley and Anglesey in North Wales. Yeah, there we go. Right, well, I had a look on Orbex and they don't have Southern Ireland. So pick up some speed now. Okay, we're into the power climb setting. Ball in the middle. Okay, max speed, reduce power, and trim for the cruise. I only came here for a Guinness. Because apparently Guinness tastes better in Southern Ireland than it does out of a can. Okay, time is 10 to 11 in the morning here in Dublin. Real time and weather. And we're off across the sea. And you'll see what I mean about altitude awareness over water. It's very difficult. I mean, we know we're at 100 feet, but from 1,000 feet it looks the same. So we're going to do a bit of climbing, I think. Oh, there's an oil rig. We can land at an oil rig on the way out. That'll break the flight up a bit, make it less boring. Can land there, stop the video and start a new one. I could just blather it all the way there. Either way, we've still got to fly it, haven't we? Okay, power climb setting. Let's take it up to about whatever the cloud base allows, or a couple of thousand feet, whichever comes first. Good place to practice some instrument flying, I suppose. So we do .di dot altitude. Okay, coming up to 1,000 feet. I think we can climb a bit more. Let's get right up to the cloud base, I think, because I don't think we're going to make 2,000 feet. There's very little visual references out there. Don't want to slow down too much in the climb. Okay, coming up to 2,000 feet now, so we'll sort of level off. Power to cruise. Trim. Okay, so di dot altitude. Altitude's creeping up, so we can push forward on the stick a little bit. When you're instrument flying, you like to try to keep it plus or minus 100 feet. Okay, we're there now, so raise the nose again. It's dropping 100 feet, raise the nose a bit more. Di dot altitude. As you see, we just got the cloud base as a visual reference at 2,000 feet, so we're trying to hold 2,000 feet. When I say dot, I'm talking about the artificial horizon. .di direction indicator. .di dot altitude. Altitude's getting away again, so getting high, so to lower the nose a little bit. Bring it back, try and keep it at 2,000 feet. If we can achieve plus or minus 100 feet, we're doing well. Okay, back to the di. Di's creeping out to the left, so we need to come to the right a little bit. Bring that arrow back. And watch, we've dropped 100 feet, so we need to raise the nose again. Totally on instruments now. Altitude's looking good. Direction's looking good. Level the aircraft. .di dot altitude. .di dot altitude. All the time. Got to keep that scan going. Quickly check T's and P's caution panel. But while you look away, that's when things start to go off. Okay, need to raise the nose a little bit. Still keep coming round to the right a little bit. There we go. Level the disc, raise the nose. Been oil rig down there, sod the oil rig, we'll just keep going. It's a good instrument flight. Looking at the instruments, okay, starting to drop a bit there. Going IMC now by the looks of things. Okay, but we'll descend a little bit then. $800. We'll come down. Oh, that's okay. We can hold it there. Quick glance out the window reveals we can see again. So we'll try and keep it at 1,700 feet. .di, .altitude. This is why you have two pilots. One is totally fixated on the instruments, and the other is looking outside, looking all round, and he's keeping an eye on the engine temperatures and pressures, because the minute you start looking around you see that happens. You've just lost 300 feet there. To be flying an instrument you need to be focused just on the instruments. Excuse me. ETA 20 minutes. Time 11 o'clock, so we should be there about 20 past, 25 past. We're going a little bit slower than we should. So we need to speed up a little tiny bit, increase the power a little bit. So I really want that airspeed at 120. And creeping back up to 2,000 feet. That's about all we're going to get today. Okay, there's 2,000 feet. Trim. Borders in the middle, creeping up again. .di, .altitude, there we go, 2,000 feet. Get the dot on the line. There we are. We've got 120, that's good. Very, very small movements now. I'm raising the nose ever so slightly and we're turning to the right ever so slightly to bring us back onto the needle on the DI. There we go, straighten up. Lower the nose, creeping up still. That's good, that's good. Need to turn right a bit more. The right rudder should do that without tilting the aircraft too much. You know, flying a helicopter on instruments is not easy, especially if you have no visual references outside. People think all pilots can fly on instruments, and they can to a degree. But you know, a private pilot without any other ratings can only fly in the daytime, and he or she will use instruments, of course. But they also have visual reference points. You're not flying IMC, because an instrument rating is something completely different, okay, to basic pilot instrument flying, and it has to be renewed every 5 minutes. Yeah. Glance at the map, yes, we're doing good. Descending too much there. Whoa. Okay, holding it on the line. Bit of a left turn coming now. And back onto a needle. There we go. And we need to climb a bit. We've descended a bit too much there. Plus or minus 100 feet. And we're on the zero now. Push. Push more. We're right up at 100 again. .di .altitude. I'm finding it quite difficult to nail that altitude. It's waffling up and down. There we go. .32 miles to run, that's 15 minutes. ETA update 20 past. Check the map. .di .altitude. Got an IMC. Okay, we'll start to allow it to descend so we get some visual again. .2,000 feet is obviously too high at the moment as we're approaching North Wales. Don't want to descend too fast. We'll just descend gradually until we pop out of the cloud. There we go. Okay, level up. And we've got 1,300 feet there. Need to right turn a little bit. .di .altitude. What are we going to do with our altitude? We could pick this altitude. That's good. 1,400. We'll make it. No, it's a bit much. Let's go down again. Starting to disappear into clouds. So let's make it 300. 1,300 feet. There we go. So we'll keep it between 2 and 4. A tiny bit. There we go. .di .altitude. Raise the nose. Lower the nose. Lower the nose. Gone too high. Too high. Come on. We've gone over 100 feet. Gradual descent. There we go. That's clear. 300. Raise the nose. We're on the line. Holding it there. .di. Dot altitude, all good. Should be seeing a coastline soon. North Wales. And our arrival in Valley, 25 miles, that gives me 12 minutes. ETA, creeping up again on the altitude, lower the nose. Okay, I can see a dark line ahead, but I don't think that's the coastline. I'm going to descend to 1,000 feet. Get away from that cloud. Okay, altitude's been creeping up again, so need to descend. It looks like I've got some land ahead. Probably Holyhead, looking at the map. Should be Holyhead. Unless something's gone horribly wrong. Okay, that's good, that's good. Visibility is good, we hold it there. This navigation beacon appears not to be working properly, but never mind. Altitude creeping up again. Come down. Stick at 1,000 feet. Yeah. That's Holyhead, they've got valley in sight. Okay, so we can come off the instruments now. And we can go straight to valley. I don't think I've ever been this side of Holyhead before. I've been there, but I've not actually been all the way around the peninsula. And I very rarely go across to Dublin, so this is new to me. Going a bit fast now, so we can reduce the power slightly. Everything's in the green. Yep, nothing on the caution panel. Fuel is loads of fuel. So we've got two airports on the island of Anglesey. One is Valley and the other is Mona. Yeah, so I've never been on this side before. It's good to be over dry land. That's for sure. And that was a brief introduction to IMC flying in a helicopter. It's not something you want to do, really. Helicopter pilots don't like flying IMC. There are some helicopter pilots that do, and they are usually people that fly out to oil rigs and that sort of thing. Well, they've got to, because they go in all kinds of shitty weather, don't they? But your general helicopter pilot does not want to fly a helicopter IMC. I'll guarantee it. This is where you get the ferry, the car ferry to Dublin. Although since Brexit, I believe a lot of the commercial stuff has gone a different way. I don't know. You'd have to Google it. There's valley up ahead, you can see the runway. I remember as a boy sitting at the end of the runway here, there's a designated viewing spot, and I was watching Vulcan bombers taking off and landing and going round and round the circuit. Ooh, that would be in the 1960s, I would imagine, late 60s. Yeah, it would. A friend of my father was training to be a fighter pilot, and he was at Valley at the time in Nats, the fallen Nat, and I remember we got to sit in the Nat with the bone dome on and have our pictures taken. I bet my brother's got that photo. I would like to find it and see it. Well, don't mess the landing up, G. You've done really well so far. See if you can land the helicopter safely without bouncing. There's a good chap. Chaps at engineering would be awfully grateful if you don't bounce. Try not to, sir. Time 20 past, so our ETA was accurate. This is when you're doing fast stops, quick stops. You know, you can get it wrong quite easily, and then you go into a rather sharp descent that sometimes you don't recover from without a bounce. Right, and we don't want to do that. Well, they will all be laughing at us and ridiculing us in the bar later, saying things like, "You can teach monkeys to fly better than that." Wah, 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 wah. Right, okay, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I think in here looks good. This is where they park all the fighter trainers. This is where we would have come for the Nats. They got a park on the end. On the square. The reason you come in sideways in a helicopter is because you can see where you're going. It's always easier to land where you want when you can see where you're going. Right, brakes on. Welcome to Valley in North Wales. Never mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.